Welcome back to our how-to videos on how to use Tourist Tracker. Just a reminder, you can visit us at any time on the web at touristtracker.com, where you can download a free 15-day trial of the software. You could even contact us and we can send you a DVD with the trial software. What we're going to cover in this video is the booking screen. The booking screen is the central screen of Tourist Tracker, where you make reservations for your guests. You completely manage that reservation, additional rentals while they're staying with you, any sales of, if you sell grocery items, meals, insurance packages, or other fees. And the invoicing and payment screen where you settle up with the guests. In previous how-to videos, we've discussed entering guests into the database, entering in resource types, which are categories of resources such as cabins, boats. We then entered in specific resources, specific cabins, specific boats and motors, so that they become bookable and you can make reservations with them. We set up our pricing. We set up a great weekend getaway, which was a sample package with default pricing for the expected occupancy level for that package, additional fees for if additional guests are part of the reservation, as well as pricing for rentals. Now I'll just show you, I've put in some sample information into the company setup screen. We'll cover the company setup screen in more detail in another how-to video. But I've set up Tourist Tracker Resort. I've put in our company's address and phone number, our email and website. Tourist Tracker has a default logo. You can put your company logo in there so that logo shows up on all reports. But we'll cover that in more detail in a later video. So I'm just going to load the booking screen. The main feature of the booking screen is the booking grid. All of your reservations show up here. In our how-to videos, we've so far set up 2 cabins. All of your accommodations would show here, and then across the top are the dates. Now you can control what range of dates show up on the booking grid, either on the left-hand side using this calendar here. You can also use the calendar here to select the date you want the grid to start with. There's other filter options, including how many days show in the grid. Just once you make any changes to these filters, just be sure to hit the update button, which updates the booking grid. Once you have a lot of reservations and you need to quickly find one of those reservations, the search button here allows you to quickly locate a reservation. So we're going to do a sample reservation, and all I have to do is left click on the first night of the reservation and drag out the number of nights that the guests want to book for. Now in this sample we're going to do a 2-night reservation. I release the mouse and I'm asked right away, do you want to add a booking for cabin number 1 on these dates for a total of 2 nights? So I'm going to say yes. Immediately I go to the booking details screen. All the dates are listed. The package, sample package has come up here. We're going to change that to our great weekend getaway. And I'll select that. You'll notice that all the pricing has switched once I picked our package. The pricing is automatically updated here. We have some summary information in the upper right hand corner, the total so far for this booking, including tax. Some summary information. We haven't saved this booking yet. It's tentative. It hasn't been confirmed yet. And so we go down immediately to our list of people available to add to the party. Now this is essentially a list of everybody in the guest table who hasn't yet been added to this reservation. So I'm going to add John Smith. Okay, and now John Smith in this case is going to come with his wife and his son. You could click Add Guest to add people into the guest database right from this screen, but the faster way in this case, because it's other family members, is Add Family Member. And you can see here all of the address information is filled in, so I really just have to put in the name, the guest, and save. And then I will add his son, John Jr. And John Jr. is a child. Save that. Now you'll notice our Great Weekend Getaway package has a default occupancy of 2, and we set up an additional fee for additional guests on this reservation. In this case, it's pulling up automatically the price for a child added onto this reservation. So I can go ahead now and save the reservation. Now once the reservation is saved, you can see other tabs become visible here. Other bookable resources, which we'll cover in more detail in another how-to video, is where we'll make reservations for rentals during their stay. Charged items is our sales screen, where if you're selling groceries or meals or insurance packages as part of the reservation, you can enter it all here. These can be paid for immediately or charged to the booking, and then on the invoice screen, all of the charges on this reservation accumulate here, and this is where you'll settle up with your client. Now, this grid here, you can see, shows all the charges. I'm only seeing one line right now, so what I'm actually going to do is right-click on the toolbar at the top and select Minimize Ribbon. That's going to give me a little more screen real estate so I can see more on the booking screen. So there you can see all of the charges showing up there. It's also possible to resize parts of the screen if you need to. Now back to the front screen here, the first tab, Party and Accommodations. I just wanted to describe that one person is always set as the responsible party. This is the person that you're going to communicate with, the sort of the main contact on this reservation. It, however, doesn't affect later on when you accept payments from your clients. You're still able to accept payments from anybody. Say a group of 3 guys books with you, and you want to split the final bill 3 ways. There's really easy ways to do that, and we'll cover that in more detail in a further how-to video. If I go back and look at the booking grid, you can see here the booking has shown up on the booking grid. This grid will fill in and give you a quick view of your availability, your expected occupancy on each day. If John called and had to change the booking, I can just click on it, drag, change the cabin they're in, change the dates of the booking, release it, and I'm asked, do I want to alter the booking in this way? So I'm just going to say yes, and you can see the dates have changed, and I can save that again. Now, one of the first things you might want to do is print a confirmation letter, so I'm just going to click on that, ask for the date of the confirmation. It has a default message. You can customize this, and then if we look at this on the screen, this is the confirmation letter with all the details about the booking that you can either mail out to John or fax to him. And that's just a look at our confirmation letter. Now, once John and his family have arrived, you're going to go to this screen and click in the arrived column, and a calendar comes up. They're checking in on the April 7th, so let's just select April 7th. Click on OK. We're asked, has everybody arrived? I click yes, and all of the dates fill in. They're now checked in, and I'll save that. You can see the status has changed to checked in. So that's an overview of the booking screen. We'll get into more details in future videos, and thanks again for your interest in Tourist Tracker.